Hi everyone, I'm Caruana. I'm with Microsoft Teams. I wanted to give you a little update on some best practice guidance in response to your questions that I've seen out in the technical communities. People are asking, what is the best way to organize my team? Now, we like to encourage people to be creative. Don't want to be overly prescriptive because we want to make sure that you have a team configuration that works for you. At the same time, we have seen some patterns that work really well and we wanted to share them with you. So this is today's tech tip. So let's go through and talk a little bit about how you might want to organize your teams. This is going to be different for every organization based on your size. We want to make sure that you have a relevant experience for your organization, but let's have a few definitions first. Teams are collections of people and content and tools that surround a particular project. They also may be around a service in an organization, maybe a product, but they're high velocity teams that need to talk with each other frequently to make decisions and get things done. Within a team, you have channels. That's a dedicated section within the team that helps keep the conversation organized. It also organizes your files and tools into those particular categories. They can be extended with tabs, connectors, and bots as a part of our overall extensibility model. Now, many people, when they think of teams, they go directly to the organizational structure of their company, and that is one way that you can configure teams. Many times, a manager will have a team for their direct reports and everybody that is in their particular area, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can drive morale and collaboration amongst the people who report in your organization in this way. But there are other ways to organize teams and benefits to it. If you think about organizing a team based on the initiative or the project versus the actual organizational structure, you can create cross-organizational collaboration. This is one of the areas from a productivity perspective that we hear many customers talk about needing more of, and we believe that our product can help you do that when you set it up in this way. This visual shows you several examples of what you might do from a cross-organizational perspective. You might set up a team for sales or marketing, for some sort of technical operations or a product team. You can see some examples of the types of channels you might configure. The important thing about naming channels is that they be terms that are relevant to your industry and the people who are going to use this team. So while you see some generic examples here, you might customize this if you're in healthcare or retail or maybe you're in manufacturing. So always make sure that you're using human-centered language in the names of your channels, that people are going to easily understand what content is available in that particular channel. You can see some examples of tabs, and these are additional tools that you can pin into the channel that will allow you to further configure and customize that experience for the people who are working on that particular area. For instance, they're in sales. If I'm in the marketing channel, I might want to see a Power BI report of information about the marketing effectiveness of my content, or I might want to see how those marketing events are translating into sales leads. Those are the types of things in the past where you may have had to have multiple browser windows open to get your job done. And I personally believe that this is one of the best things about Teams, is that it keeps me from having to hop between different browser windows or different applications. I can configure this so that it's all present in the teams and the channels that I'm working in that's relevant for me. We know that this can be a shift for people, but we feel like that additional productivity makes it worth it. So that's a little bit of information about our best practices in configuring teams and channels. Ask us more questions in our technical communities, and that's your tech tip for today.